striped sleeves and a spotted cap. All told, the runners in this race have won over 60 races. Sambist has won 14 of them, and he was second in this year's Dubai International. Red and white stripes, red sleeves, number 11, Allegretto, a 3-times winner. Don Harrington rides. With him, the old man of the party at 13, Balaton's Gem, second in this race in 91. Steve Berry at £5 over, black with the red diamonds, red sleeves and cap for 8, Balaton's Gem, who's a 6-times winner. And arriving at the post with Balaton's Gem in the second colours of Umquan Racing, number 1, Faris, a 1-mile course winner here previously. Tim McCarthy rides, and he's in the distinguishing white cap with the jacket of maroon with white spots, and Faris is a winner of 3 of its 5 career starts. So that's the top class 11-runner lineup for the GATA Long Distance Championship Final. It's the principal race on this last day of the Arab season. And as I said earlier, the winners here of over 60 races in all parts of the world. For the 6th race, which is timed to start at 3:55 over the full Goodwood Cup course. Runners are at the post. Starter Rodney Bennett's about to make his way to the rostrum, so it won't be long before the GATA Long Distance Championship Final is underway. About to make a line. They're under starters' orders. Walking in. And they're off. 2.5 miles is the trip for the GATA Long Distance Championship Final. And they've set off at quite a reasonable pace here. Fakir Dalou from Netman and Quartet up early with the pace. Chatelaine Racing 4. Flame is 5. Following these comes Pogagy and Kylo out deep on the track. Fariz is next. These being followed by the old man Balaton's Gem. Allegretto held up towards the rear. And the odds-on favourite Sambist whips them in, and they've covered a furlong and a half. And this is a pretty good lick for a 2.5 mile in heavy ground, with Fakir Dalou taking them out of the home straight the first time. From Netman prominent the outside, sharing second with a Flame on the inside rail. Last year's winner Chatelaine races in 4 with Quartet out wide in 5. Pogagy is 6. Then after this one comes Kylo, and then comes Fariz. There's a break of 3 lengths back to Balaton's Gem. Sambist is taking a strong hold, and so too is Allegretto, who's dropped out the back. They begin to make the run now up the hill for the first time. They're now passing the 2 mile start, and Fakir Dalou just taking a little bit wide, leads by half a length to Netman, whips round the outside in second. Flame scrapes paint on the inside in third, followed by Chatelaine, who makes ground up on the outside of this one. So too does Quartet. After this one, then upon the outside in the maroon jacket comes Pogagy, followed through by the blue of Kylo. A break of 3 lengths then back to Fariz and Balaton's Gem. Then comes Sambist, and Allegretto is the one who's finding this pace a little bit hot, and possibly a little bit surprising too, because they're taking no prisoners here. A good even gallop being set with about 1.7 miles to race, and now Netman has come through to take it up under Sarah Calloway. So Netman now is the new leader as they make the run down the bottom end of the loop, but the field begin to bunch. Pogagy just about holding second, from Chatelaine the Grey in third. Fakir Dalou on the inside 4 with a Flame 5, Quartet 6. Kylo is 7, a break of 1.5 lengths half back to Balaton's Gem, then the two stable companions, Faris followed by the favourite Sambist, and few it's hard work for Allegretto in the rear at this stage. They've now got about 1.5 miles left to race, and creeping up on the inside, Pogagy has come through just about to poach the lead from Netman, the red jacket, out wide. The grey mare Chatelaine racing in third, followed by Quartet the inside 4, a flame green cap 5. Kylo shares 6, together with on the outside Balaton's Gem. Just after this one then in the dark jacket comes Faris, then comes Sambist, and Allegretto is still last as they begin to make the run now up the hill inside the final 1 mile and 3 furlongs. So they're just about coming to the halfway point now in this Gata Long Distance Championship final, and Pogagy and Jackie Wickham go on by half a length to Netman in second. Chatelaine runs a big race third. Quartet creeps through the inside in 4. Some of the others though are beginning to tack over to the far side, including a Flame and Sambist. Then after this one comes Fakir Lou together with Kylo. Faris is also beginning to tack over to the far rail. Balaton's Gem now being driven along and dropped off the pace, and Allegretto has never really got on terms, having refused to settle early. Down into the dip inside the final mile, and still this relentless gallop is continued by Pogagy, who leads now by a half to Chatelaine out second. Third after this one comes Sambist, who's making giant strides. The outsider Fakir who goes with him in a close 4. Quartet is next. Following this one comes Kylo and a Flame, and then comes Faris, who's also getting bang on terms. They race to the intersection and 7 furlongs to run, and Pogagy and Jackie Wickham still have a narrow lead from Fakir and Sambist, making a line of 3, Virtue with Quartet next. Then after this one Chatelaine and a Flame, and Balaton's Gem begin to get back on terms. Faris is next, and then there's a long gap back to Allegretto, who's still last, and the field now begin to bunch as they hit the rising ground. They've got about 3/4 of a mile to race, and still this one is wide open. Fakir who led them through the first half mile has come back now to the head of affairs by half a length, but none going better than Pogagy the outside. Coming through between horses is Sambist, who now gets a look at the front and goes on as they now begin to hit the turn with about 5 furlongs to race. So the favourite has gone on for the sponsor. Sambist now has got about 1.5 lengths clear. They're all coming wide sensibly round that tricky turn down the hill inside the final 4.5, and it's Sambist who leads the way from in second place Pogagy. Fakir the white face in third. Faris staying on 4. Chatelaine is 5. There's a break of 20 lengths back to a Flame. There's another 5 or 6 back to Quartet. Netman's gone out like a light, so too has Balaton's Gem. Kylo is next, and almost 1.5 furlongs behind is Allegretto. In line for home, just about 3.5 out. He steals a peak on a favourite Sambist, but he's getting hard at work now. Leads by about 3 or 4 lengths. Here comes stable companion Faris, who's throwing down a big challenge. So too is last year's winner Chatelaine. These have pulled a couple of lengths clear. Fakir is next. Pogagy then back 5. 6 is a Flame. The rest can't win, although Balaton's Gem is staying on for possibly a place, but he needs to sprout wings. Inside the final 1/4 mile, the whip's upon the favourite. Again he steals a peak, but he's looking anxious. Sambist by about 3 or 4 lengths to Chatelaine in second. Faris staying on 1 pace in third. Fakir is 4. They're inside the final 1.5 furlongs, and these are brave horses up front. Sambist leads by 3 from Chatelaine. Won't give in, this brave mare second. Faris is third. Fakir is 4. The rest look like the charge of the Light Brigade. Inside the furlong, Sambist is driven out, leads by 3 or 4. Chatelaine is second. The rest are all struggling and getting stuck in the mud inside the final 150 yards, and it's Sambist being driven out. The lead being reduced by Chatelaine, who's getting there with every stride. Will the post come in time? It's going to be close. Sambist has held on. Sambist takes it from Chatelaine second. Fakir gets up to take third. Faris was 4.